left is to assemble the salad. So we can add a generous amount of fresh spinach to a bowl. We can top it with our roasted veggies, sprinkle over top some of those crunchy chickpeas, and then we can add a generous dollop of the pea yogurt sauce on the side. It's fun getting creative with our protein sources by turning the chickpeas into little croutons and by mashing the peas into the yogurt. For how simple this recipe is to make, the salad is loaded with flavor and is incredibly filling with all those roasted veggies that are on top. Fresh out of the oven, we're ready to assemble our meal. To some warmed up wraps, I like to add a generous amount of the garlic yogurt sauce. Then we can top it with some fresh spinach. The cooked carrot and onion mixture can go on top of that. And finally, we're gonna add to it the lentil and potato patties. Each component of this recipe keeps well in the fridge, so if you don't need all 4 servings, feel free to pack it up and then you'll have some delicious leftovers for lunch. We're then gonna spread this mashed mixture out over each half of about 4 large tortillas. Once we've folded the tortillas in half, we can take this over to the stove, and when we've heated up a little bit of oil on our pan, we're gonna cook the quesadillas for 1 to 2 minutes on each side or until they're golden. Then we can give it a flip and cook it equally on the other side. This meal reminds me of something you'd have at a picnic. It definitely feels like comfort food, and it is delicious, both hot and cold. It's really easy for everyone to just serve up a little bit for themselves. And if we're adding any kind of garnishes throughout these recipes, by the way, like parsley or cilantro, it's just for the camera. It is definitely optional. The curry, when the potatoes have been cooked through, we're gonna add in about 2 cups of fresh spinach along with a cup of frozen peas. We'll give it a stir, we'll let it cook for about a minute, and once the spinach has wilted, we're ready to serve this one up. If you have the budget for it, you could elevate this curry by adding a bit of coconut milk to it at the end, but it's also delicious as is, and especially when served with a garlicky tortilla naan, which is hands down my favorite part. When ready to serve this one up, we can add several generous scoops of the soup to our bowls. We're gonna then garnish this with a little bit of cilantro. Again, this is completely optional, it's just to make it look cute for the camera. But what I wouldn't say is optional are those crunchy tortilla chips that you can serve alongside it. This soup is easily one of my new favorite recipes. It's so simple and wholesome, flavorful and filling. To me, it's the epitome of comfort food. Make sure to use those crispy tortillas to scoop up bitefuls of the soup and enjoy. So we were able to make 5 different meals